Now, am I looking at you, or am I?
It's a good question. Do we look at each other? What do we need to? Hey everybody, my name is Sheridan Randolph, and I am here with the Red Carpet Podcast for the Chattanooga Filmmakers Guild. So excited to be here. More excited to be interviewing this amazing person standing right here next to me. Actress, stunt woman, producer, all the amazing things. This is Sharon Oliphant.
Hey.
So thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
As I mentioned, all of these hats that you wear, there's a lot of different things that you have going on. So with those things, which one do you feel the most home when you do them? Like, which one is like your wheelhouse between acting, stunts, and producing?
Oh, great question. It has changed. It fluctuates, but I do think that I have found a passion and a calling in producing, and then I can kind of have a little bit of involvement in all those departments. It's very fulfilling for me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So stunts, that's something that I wish that I could like go crazy with, different items. And see, I don't even know how to use the right words with that. But being a stunt woman and an actress, one is more physically demanding and one is more emotionally demanding.
Sure.
So how do you kind of approach those like differently, like within your process?
For me, it's really slowing down. I can go 1,000 miles a minute, and I know, it isn't just me when I am taking a role that involves stunts. It's another actor or multiple actors. They'll be involved, and it's very important that I know what I'm doing so I don't hurt someone. So it's actually it's a beautiful thing for me to get to embody a character, but also be super mindful about my physicality with another actor in a scene. It's like a triple challenge in a lot of ways because you're doing math, your choreography is super like a dance, and with the other partners that you've rehearsed with, and then you get to also embody your character. So I would say taking a role that involves stunts is not only physically challenging but and super rewarding mentally, but you also get that next layer of involvement with your co-creators, your co-actors, and it's really, it's a very rewarding medium. Most stunt people that I've had the opportunity to work with are super chill and super down to earth, and it helps ground you as an actor when you can do both.
Yeah, that sounds really cool, because especially getting to exercise a lot of those parts of your brain, it almost seems like doing one can almost make you better at all of the others,
It's
like the way that they all mix together.
Yeah.
So that's super cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so another thing is when it comes to all the different projects that you do, I've noticed you do like big studio stuff, but also like independent projects as well. So within that process, like how important do you think it is for like smaller markets? Like, we're here in Chattanooga, they do a lot of like smaller filmmaking as well. How important are those independent markets as well in reference to, not just doing big studio stuff?
Oh, massive. I'm such an advocate for local creatives getting together and passionately, not just throwing things on the screen, but coming up with amazing mediums that haven't been seen before. Oftentimes, a lot can get convoluted and kind of lost in the vastness of studio productions, which is such a beautiful thing, like for the grandeur of filmmaking. You can kind of see, the first massive set that I walked onto, I'm like, it was like another planet. And I love that. But there's something so intimate about independent filmmaking in your community. I just finished a film where it was people that I love and know well that can wear multiple hats, and they got to exercise their muscles, and it shows on the screen. You come up with original ideas because you have less voices. I'm not saying that this is always the ideal, but you have less voices that come in with their input. So if you have, 4 voices versus 40 making a decision, you can really capture something that is uniquely yours. And I do love that. I love independent filmmaking.
Yeah, it's community. That's the word. Like when you said that, I was like, yes, that's like the perfect word that sums up that feeling and how that is in that process. So, like I said, we're here with a lot of like independent filmmakers and a lot of indie Chattanooga people are going to be watching this. Mm-hmm. So what's some advice that you would give to them, like really first starting out, whether it's dealing with the fear of being afraid, of rejection, or just like figuring out where you fit, how to get started? Like what kind of advice would you give?
Oh, man, I personally needed to go to come back. I grew up not even 30 minutes from here. And as a little girl, it was like a massive, just how on earth do you even touch something so massive? And I needed to go explore the world, and my worldview could be my horizons, broadened, and kind of see other cultures and experience. And I'm not talking about just on films, and it's a beautiful thing if you can, outside of your community, go experience, but I mean just as a whole, like to travel and to experience new things and kind of, I guess I would say just like embrace the medium that you're in is constantly changing, and as should we be. So for me, the first film I remember watching that really like the synapses started firing, I like had to know how it's made, and I couldn't have done that if I had stayed where I was. And so it's a good thing to remember that, be flexible and be vulnerable to your calling, and that's going to take you into uncomfortable places, and be willing to to do new things and experience new things. And then you can always come home, and bring that to your community. I mean, I'm not by any stretch of the imagination the same person that I was when I started, and that's good. It's as it should be.
Awesome. Yeah, because I know, like you said, it's good to go out and kind of get away and do new things. And with that, I know wellness is something that's very important to you. So like from your upbringing to just like how you go about everyday life. Yeah. So with that, how important is it as somebody who's in the industry? Like how important is it to kind of step away and like find other things to do outside of the industry to, kind of help figure out who you are, or just to kind of keep up with your mental health? Like how important do you think those things are?
Vital. I learned very quickly that my mental health and my emotional and cannot rely on the opinions and the views of the industry perceptive. Like the perception of the industry, it does often teeter towards like you have to be at this like level of perfection to be able to enter the industry. And I kind of knew that early on. Thankfully, I was protected mentally in that way. Like I knew that wasn't real. Obviously, it helps if you look a certain way or if you have a certain type or whatever. But I never relied. I didn't want to ever rely on that. I wanted to feel good and have energy, and have a family and have two journeys going. Like my career could also intertwine with my personal life, and both of those require a healthy mind, body, and soul, and I knew that as an individual first. So I did a lot of work, traveled alone a lot, and just kind of had to figure out what I needed, spiritually, physically, emotionally, so I could come back and be a better person. But yeah, it's such a huge factor to not rely on necessarily what the cookbook tells you to do. And just kind of embrace like your own individual, like what feels good in your body, like what kind of exercise, what kind of foods, because each person is so uniquely crafted, and not the same foods are going to agree with me that agree with you, so find those little, and it seems so trivial, but like for real, it makes a huge difference, like vitamins and sun and exercise and all those beautiful things. So such a huge I love to talk about health and nutrition in conjunction with what we do. It's such a huge part of it. I mean, we work these long, long days. We've got families. We want to keep that side of ourselves really grounded to come into our medium and have a powerful performance, like be able to really show up.
Yeah, it's like stepping away kind of can open up your brain to even be prepared for the work. But don't make your life just about the work.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Yeah. That's if you take anything away, is like, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. This industry is so full of joy. I think for me, I needed to understand what it can do for me therapeutically. Like, acting and stunts and producing, it has really been very therapeutic, but it isn't my religion. It isn't like who I am, like mind, body, and soul. And when I made that switch mentally, it totally changed my career. And it's like, actually, the industry needs what's in here and what's in here And if I don't know those two things, like I can't make the connection and I can't perform as well, or I can't show up for the people on set or my co-actors. I'm learning, you know, how to be a better listener and to be physically present. And it takes maturity and time. Being in front of the camera is a huge one, you know, just to be natural and not aware that it's there. And there's just so much to that. It's just helpful to learn by doing it.
Such amazing things have come out of your mouth that I've been listening to. So I appreciate
Sheridan.
you so much for being here. Final thing, I would love for you to tell our people, you know, plug in anything that you're working on, anything they need to go check out. So definitely let the folks know.
Oh, thank you, Sheridan. You're awesome. So fall, we've got an August world premiere of a film called Triumph of the Heart. It's a beautiful World War II film. I play the character Franziska, a German wife of an SS officer during World War II. Bring your tissue box. It's such an emotional roller coaster. Beautiful, beautiful film. And then we have our U.S. release nationwide in September. And then a film that I produced and co-starred in, Christmas at the Cabin with Faith Channel. Such a super special movie. I'm so proud of it. We will have a Thanksgiving, Christmas release for that. And then this spring, 2026, a movie called Beyond Belief, set in the 80s. It's just such an incredible film. I'm very, very excited. So all the marketing will start for that probably late this year, early spring. So make sure you, check those movies out. And then there's more to come. Exciting stuff happening.
See, booked and busy. That's super sick. Again, we appreciate you
If
so
I'm not,
much.
I'll make it happen.
Oh, yeah, see, that's how it's got to go, everybody. You got to make stuff happen sometimes. But yes, thank you again so much. So Sharon Oliphant again, everybody. And please make sure you check out filmmakersguild.com to get more information about the guild, about all the stuff that we're doing, all of the amazing people that we get to interview. And again, this has been Sheridan Randolph. Thank you guys so much. Signing off.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you.
Great job.